Hello guys, this is a pipelining and non-pipelining problem. So the question is, the 5 stages of the processor have the following latencies. Fetch, decode, execute, memory, write back. Okay, so the delay in each stage of execution is given to you. Assume that when pipelining, each pipeline stage cost 20 picosecond extra for the registers between pipeline stages. Okay, so it is also given to you 20 picoseconds are required for the registers which are placed between the stages. So what we need to find, first one is the, for non pipeline processor, what is the cycle time, what is the latency of the instruction, and what is the throughput. Second is pipeline lined processor, what is the cycle time, what is the latency of an instruction, what is the throughput. Okay, so you can compare your non pipeline and pipeline system. The third one is the, if you could split one of the pipeline stages into two equal halves, which one would you choose? What is the new cycle time, what is the new latency, and need to choose means which stage you want to break into two halves. Okay, so let's start doing this question. So first part is, and for I'm doing for A. Okay, so cycle time, we need to calculate the cycle time CT. Okay, cycle time CT. So for first one is the, for non pipeline system. So for non pipeline system, because there is no pipelining, so the cycle time must allow an instruction to go through all the stages. Okay, in pipeline system, in non pipeline system, since we are not using any pipelining. Okay, so the, what will be the cycle time, means each instruction will go to all the stages. Okay, so whatever the time given to you, the delay is given to you. Okay, you need to just add it. So CT will become 300 ps plus 400 ps plus 350 ps plus 550 ps plus 100 ps. Okay, that is equals to 1700 ps. Okay, picosecond. So this will be your cycle time. Okay, now for non pipelining system, latency is equal to the CT. Okay, latency is equal to the CT. For the non pipelining system, it will be different for the pipelining system. Okay, now next is throughput. So throughput will be 1 upon CT. 1 upon CT. Okay, 1 upon 1700. The, what will be the unit of throughput? Instruction per picosecond. So we have calculated for part A. Okay, similar way we will calculate for part B. Okay, we will calculate for part B. So cycle time CT is equals to, just add all the delays, 200 plus 150 plus 100 plus 190 plus 140. So this will be, when you add it, it will become 780 picosecond. Okay, and same, because we are doing for non pipeline system, so latency will be is equals to CT, that is equals to 780 picosecond. Throughput is equals to 1 upon 780. Okay, instruction per picosecond. This was for non pipeline system. We can write also here non pipeline system, non pipelining for non pipelining. Okay, now we will do it for pipelining system. Okay guys. Second one, pipelining processor. For pipelining processor, CT, cycle time is equals to, for pipelining processor, the cycle time is the maximum delay. Basically it's a critical time. Okay, critical path, you will whatever time taken by the critical path, that will be your cycle time in pipelining system. Okay, so the question is already telling you, okay, that 20 picosecond delay in registers. Okay, so what will be your cycle time? So cycle time for pipelining, max of all the delay, which one is the maximum? So 300 comma 400 comma 350 comma 550 comma 100. Okay, so you need to choose which one is the max delay, then plus delay in register 20 picosecond. Okay, so this will be your cycle time. This 20 picosecond is the register delay. Okay, so CT will become, maximum value is out of 300, 400, 350, 550 and 100 is 550. So 550 plus 20, so the answer will be 570 picosecond. Now find the latency. So latency, in this case, in pipelining system, latency will be your cycle time multiplied with number of stages. So what will be the answer for this one? So CT is 570 multiplied with 5 and the answer will be 2850 picosecond. Now throughput is equals to 1 upon 570. For non-pipelining and pipelining, the throughput is same, instruction per picosecond. Okay. Now we will do it for part B. I forgot to write here part A. So let me write it. This was for part A. So for part B, CT will be, now you check here, 200, 150, 100, 190 and 140. So max is the 200. So CT is equals to 200 and the register delay is same because register delay is 20 picosecond for all the registers. So it will become 20 to 20 picosecond. Okay. Latency, you know the formula of the latency. So latency is equals to, you have the 220 multiplied with 5 and you will get 1100 100 picosecond. Okay, throughput 1 upon CT 220 instruction per PS picosecond. Okay, so this is for part B. So the third part is telling you, if you could split one of the pipeline stage into two equal halves, which one would you choose? Okay, so obviously we calculate the longest delay. Okay, so we will use the longest one. Here you can see 550 means memory one, 550 picosecond is the longest. So we will break it in two parts. Similarly, this 200 picosecond is the longest, so we will break it in two parts. Okay, so let's start doing the section A for part 3. So yeah, now you will break this 550 picosecond in two parts, so it will become 275. So now your pipeline system is having 6 stages. When we break 550 picosecond in two parts, 275 and 275, number of stages. Now the new number of stages, number of stages is 6, and delay will become 300, 400, 350, and 550 will be divided in 275, 275 and 100. Okay, so now this is your delay. Now you want to calculate, this is the delay if you want to write it. So this is for 1, this is second stage, this is your third stage, this is fourth one, this is 5, and this is 6. Okay, so these are your stages. Now if you want to do it, the CT, you want to calculate the CT. So what will be the CT? Okay, CT, we are talking about the pipeline. Okay, so CT, what will be your CT? So maximum is 400, so 400 plus 20, and it will become 420 picosecond. Now latency will become, as I told you, CT multiplied with number of stages. So 420 now the stages are 6. Okay, don't write 5. So it will become 420 multiplied with 6, and it will become 2520 picosecond. Okay, throughput is equals to 1 upon 420 instruction per picosecond. Okay, for part A. Now we will do it the same way for part B. For part B, suppose I'm writing it here. Part B. So stages, here I already told you 200 is the maximum. So we will choose the critical path, that is 200. So it will be divided in two parts: 100, 100, 150, 100, 190, and 140. Okay, so if you talk about the number of stages, so it will become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is your 6th stage. Okay, so you will have the 6 stages. Now we will calculate the CT for this one. So CT is equals to the maximum one. So your maximum is 190. So 190 plus 20, 190 plus 20 will become 210 PS. Latency is equals to 210 multiplied with 6, and that will become 1260 PS. Throughput is equals to 1 upon 210 instruction per PS picosecond. Okay, so this is your whole question. These are for part 3. This is the new CT, latency, and throughput. Okay guys, so this is the explanation which I have given to you for pipelining and non-pipelining problems. If you like my video, please like it and subscribe. Thank you.